ooh. And then this chick, this plus size model, steals her phone because she was like, oh, these people decided they were not going to give me work, so I'm going to steal her phone. The phone belonged to one of the models. Hey you, how have you been? How was your week? Mine was crazy. I hardly slept and I had just so much to do, and it was very important for me today to be sitting here and doing this and telling you this story. Not that it's going to change the world or make someone feel amazing or whatever, just because I needed something to center me, and this felt like it. This felt like the one thing I could actually come back to and feel okay. So today I am going to share a story about my experience with some random, I don't know if calling it random is the right word, with a TV show, a local reality TV show that I happened to be involved in. As much as I didn't know going in, that's what exactly was happening. So I'm not going to mention the TV channel, the station, the channel that this thing is currently airing on. And just so you know, I was only involved in one episode, so that's okay. That's why I can do this. A friend of mine, and Nick as well, they forwarded this poster about a TV show that was looking for a host for a fashion style show. So what they did is they put a call out for stylists or people who are interested in fashion and style and all that cool stuff. I was like, let me just apply and see how it goes. So I applied and then I got an email back. So for the application, all they asked you to do was send your Instagram handle, your name, your age, and your phone number, and your portfolio. I didn't really have a portfolio for style and fashion, so I just sent them a link to my YouTube channel. So this guy calls me like 2 weeks later, and it was a quickie. That call was literally a quickie. It was like, it was so fast. So this guy calls and he's like, is this Muthoni? Be here on Monday at 10. FYI, this was Saturday evening or Sunday evening. I remember I was like, this is short notice. Are you assuming that I'm just sitting somewhere waiting for you to call me to tell me to come to your office? So Monday morning, I woke up very early because this takes like 2 hours to work on. Like, I take 2 hours to prepare myself, plus my breakfast, everything. So I woke up really early and I was there by 10. So I got there at 10 and they said for a mini audition. This guy said, come for a mini audition on this day. So I showed up there, I found a couple of people, we were chilling, waited. This dude comes and says, hey, we'll be with you in a minute. So this is like at around 10:30, and then they gave us this list to write our names down. Then he goes. So we're sitting over there just waiting. And then there's this chick who was like, oh yeah, by the way, this show is designed in a way that it's a competition. So I was like, but I thought they were just looking for a presenter. So it turns out, again, for me, this is such a weird way to find someone to give a job for a host. Just saying, for me, it just felt a bit off, the design of the structure of the show. So this is the structure of their show. So the idea is they audition people, a bunch of people, and then every episode has 6 people who are stylists. These 6 stylists are given a job to style someone. You're given like a theme and a model. So you style them in accordance with the theme. Then they have judges. Then out of the 6, one person is chosen as the winner of the challenge. Then they'll do that, and then they'll have 6 people who'll go square it off for the finals. So technically, what you are doing is the semi-final already. Like, that's the first step. So went in for the audition. So this audition was also kind of weird. This guy was he said they said they were going to take a video and a photo, and then they'll ask you some questions. So you walk into the audition room. It's a small room, and Then this guy is sitting over there. He makes you write your name down and I think your phone number or something. So he goes like, okay, so he asked me to style someone. So he pulled in this guy who was standing outside and said, okay, style this guy. So I was like, so where is he going? What's he doing? So I did my thing. Then this guy was like, okay, cool. So I'm going to do a video and take a photo of you now. Nigga whips out his phone. Not that phone cameras are not good or anything. It's just that it's a freaking TV station. You guys have a warehouse, you have studios, you have cameras on set, like everything is there. And no, they were not filming anything at that moment. Like the studio is just like bare, empty, nothing was popping in there. So he whips out his phone and his camera is all smudgy. It has like oil, you know the way the cameras are when they have like oil and stuff. And then he's like, okay, can you pose, I take a photo? So I'm over there, he takes the photo, then he goes like, okay, so you're going to do, you're going to tell me your name and why you're interested in being a part of this show. So his phone is like, the first thing I remember, because he was like, it was in portrait mode. I was about to be like, dude, don't you think you should do it in landscape? I'm just saying, not that I'm trying to do your job for you, but it makes a lot more sense that way in my head, right? So this smudgy phone, smudged up camera, he's gonna be having me looking all blurry and oily up in here because your camera is not clean. Like that's the first thing I do when I need to use my camera. I clean it. Later, I get a call. They're like, hey, you will be shooting on Monday at 9, I think at 8 or something. So again, I have to wake up early, show up there at 8. Oh, did I mention on the day of the audition? We got there at 10 and the first person to be auditioned was auditioned at 12:30. We were literally doing nothing. We're sitting there waiting on these guys to decide when they'll start auditioning us. I was just wasting my time. So on the day of the shoot, they told us to be there at 9. So I got there and then there were 7 of us, 8 of us. So they need to, they'd called 8 stylists. And then they had models who would also come through for the shoot because each stylist was being paired with a model. This model comes, she's plus size. She'd come the previous week to shoot the previous episode. This is now where I found out the gist of this entire thing. So she was there for the second episode because I was shooting episode 3. So she was there for episode 2. And then she was told, oh, it would be unfair for a stylist to be given you to style because you're plus size and we don't have any clothes for a plus size model. So she was told, do this, go home darling, come back next week and we'll have clothes for a plus size model, then we'll pair you with a stylist. So she came back, she actually got a call. When the rest of us were getting calls, when models were getting calls to come for that episode, she got a call, she was called, she was told, come, we'll be filming with you tomorrow. So she comes through. And guess what? First we're there and then the producer goes like, oh, we only need 6 stylists. There's 8 of us, okay? So 2 of us couldn't shoot. So one had come the previous week and she'd been told, hey, maybe you can model this week and style next week. So she had applied as a stylist, not as a model. So she was told, hey, you can model this week. She's also a model, but she wanted to do this thingy as a stylist. She was told, no, do this, come next week and you'll be a stylist. Then now they flip the script on her and they're like, so here's the thing. Since guys already saw you on the show as a model, I don't think it would make sense for them to see you as a stylist. So maybe today you can model again and then we'll put you in as a stylist in like episode 10 or something. So she says, okay, so I was against it. I told her, don't do it, because then they'll tell you to come next week, then it will be the same story, then the same story, then at the end of it, you'll just be a model for the show, and you'll never have been a stylist, which is what you came to do. This guys kept us waiting. I think we started filming at like 2 p.m. And we had been there for hours doing literally nothing, waiting on these guys to just say, hey, let's start shooting. I was so tired so tired. And by this point, they've already sent home a stylist, because the other one has been told to model. Then they sent home a model because they've made one of the stylists a model. As in, they were so disorganized. It sucked big time. And I was just over there, I'm like, oh my God, I am so hungry. I need to go home. I just want to go home. I was like, I'm missing my cat. So it fika's lunchtime and they're like, so let's do this. Let's have you guys eat, then we start filming, okay? We go to this lunch area and they literally had like they literally gave us 3 pieces of rice per person. So you're sitting there eating your 3 pieces of rice, 1, 2, 3 strips of rice, and there's someone over there with a pile of food. So they serve the people who work there first, and then the rest of you, whatever, no one cares for shit. So guys went self-service, pile shit, and then they were told, oh, there's people. So now for the rest of us, it was like, we have to find a way to gawanya this food between these guys. So it was like 3 fries and watered down tomato sauce that was just sad. Because I was like, I have food in the house. Have you ever been like, you'd have told me to come at 2, I'd have coolered in my house, I'd have come here ready and whatever. So at this point, I am so exhausted, I'm ready to go home. But then I can't because there's already 6 of us and they only want 6 people. So I was like, at one point I was ready and willing to leave and just go home. So we start filming. I have a headache at this point. I feel dehydrated. I'd finished my water. So now we start filming and it was so weird. They gave us clothes, right? They literally asked the model their shoe sizes. So they had 6 pairs of shoes. So there's no choosing. If I'm styling someone, I'm styling them in accordance to the shoe size that they've already given. So there was only 1 pair for each model, technically, because unless there were models that shared like the same shoe sizes. So I got this really tall girl and she was the only one in her own size. So I got to pick. The shoes were literally determined. They were predetermined for me. I didn't get to choose what she was going to wear for shoes. They were there. They were the only shoes that could fit her. Clothes, same problem. They had like 5 outfits, as in I was like, what the hell? Are we styling people or did you just choose? It was so weird. The stuff you're being given is, they know you have model size, whatever. So there's literally nothing to choose from. And then they give you this theme of, this is what you're going to do. And you're like, with what? There's literally nothing for me to work with. I was just like, I was laughing and I was like, wow, it was such a fail. And the other thing that I didn't understand was, someone can be a stylist, but that doesn't necessarily mean they would qualify to be a TV presenter. It made no sense. Like, the format of the show made no sense. The fact that you literally have 6 outfits and 6 models. How the hell am I styling someone with 6 outfits? There's nothing to choose from. You see, if you told me to carry my own pieces and I come with things that I can throw into the mix regardless of who I'm given, makes sense. But you're saying we're providing. When you say you're providing, may I expect I'll find an array, an assortment of shoes, I'll find a collection of jewelry. Nothing. It was like specific number of pieces that are there. If they called me back, if they decided to make me the winner and called me back, I would not have gone back. That was my plan. I was like, no, I have 0 interest in being associated with you guys. There's a video online. I am not going to share it because it's actually a very short clip. It was just a disaster. I feel like it's just sad that local TV stations are taking advantage of people, pretending we're here trying to do something, and it's a disaster. Oh, and then this chick, this plus size model, steals her phone. because she was like, oh, these people decided they were not going to give me work, so I'm going to steal her phone. The phone belonged to one of the models. As in, who are you punishing in this case? As in, it was just a disaster. I really hope you liked this video today, and if you did, give it a huge thumbs up below. And if you loved it, remember to subscribe to my channel. That way you will see more of these kinds of video and even more of other types of videos when I think of them, if ever I shall. That's all I have for today. I hope you've subscribed to my DIY channel, which is linked up over here and also at the end screen. Make sure you subscribe to that if you're interested in knowing more about my vegan lifestyle and watching more of my DIY videos. The channel is a Silly DIYs. It's a new channel, so go ahead and subscribe to that channel as well, and I'll be seeing you on that side very, very soon, because I've already been posting videos there, and I actually have a new video over there, so just go check it out. I'm introducing a new segment on this channel that will start this Friday, so be on the lookout for that. That's all I have for today, and I hope I'll see you on Friday for my new segment. Bye for now.
My feet are glued to the floor. Don't wanna open up my mouth, 'cause I'm afraid of what's gonna come out. Life is but a dream. This can't be happening. Wake up, scream. Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight.